How's everybody doing tonight? Gotta fix this shit. We're here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're chilling on a damn Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. This game here tonight, man, between San Antonio and Houston. And what a game. 111, 199. San Antonio wins it. Fourth quarter collapsed by the Houston Rockets. They were up dominating 10, 15 points the first three quarters and then completely collapsed in the fourth quarter. San Antonio ends up winning this game, man. Victor Wembanyama started getting better and better as the game went on. He finished with 28 points, 16 rebounds. He was fantastic, especially in the third and fourth quarter. He really was, man. Stephen Castle, 16 points. De'Aaron Fox, 18 points. They were unbelievable, man. Kane Johnson with 17 off the bench. But yeah, Victor Wembanyama, man, he continues to get better and better and better. He was complaining a little bit about the Houston players being physical with him, but he's got to figure out, man, come playoff time, teams are going to be playing physical with you, man. He's got to get used to the physicality because it's going to help him get ready for the playoffs in a few months, ladies. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? But yeah, man, Wembanyama is so good. For Houston, Kevin Durant, 24 points. Amen Thompson had a pretty good game, man. 25 points. Sengun, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Shepard didn't play that good tonight, man. And that might have been a problem. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know, man. They just collapsed in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened. Reed Shepard only 9 points tonight. Houston did announce that Steven Adams is out for the season. So now that's gonna mess them up because that was like their backup to Sengun, man. So there goes that, man. They still got Capella, man. But we'll see how that hurts Houston. We'll see if they may want to make a move. I don't know. But like I said, Durant led the way with 24, and then Thompson with 25, and Sengun with 18, ladies and gentlemen. It was a fun game to watch, man. It really was, man. It was a really fun game to watch here tonight on a freaking Wednesday. Let's see here. Let's talk about some news. Well, let's say in the association, it is being reported that the Milwaukee Bucks are getting starting to get aggressive at a trade pursuit for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The trading deadline is on February 5th, but apparently Milwaukee's thinking seriously about trading him. They're not having that great of a season, so they're saying that Milwaukee could trade him here very soon. We'll see if they do anything right now. I don't think if they don't trade him now, they'll probably trade him in the summer. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. That's about it. Let's go to football. The Cleveland hired a head coach, Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator with Baltimore. He will be the new head coach. And Cleveland, Todd Monken. He was actually the offensive coordinator in 2019 with Cleveland. So back in Cleveland for Todd Monken. So he kind of knows a little bit of the ownership and the city and stuff like that, the facility. So maybe I don't know. I doubt any of the players are still there from 7 years ago. But Todd Monken is the new head coach in Cleveland. What else? Let me think. There was some other stuff. Oh yeah. The Denver Broncos fire their offensive coordinator Mike Lombardi. Damn. After making it to the AFC Championship game, the Denver Broncos have fired Mike Lombardi. Holy frijoles. Wow. I think maybe the Eagles could hire Mike Lombardi now as their offensive coordinator. Honestly, low key. Apparently, there's another guy, another assistant that they think very highly of, and Sean Payton believed they would be better off in the future with him being the offensive coordinator. And that's why they made the move. So Mike Lombardi, who's been in the league for a while, I think he's like in his 50s, gets fired. That is crazy, going off of championship game and freaking getting and firing your offensive coordinator. Holy frijoles, man. My guess is maybe also Sean Payton. Maybe he was the one that advised Sean Payton to go for on fourth down, and then they didn't convert. Right? Remember when it was like 7-0 or whatever the score was? Pendejo face, man. Maybe Sean Payton listened to him, and that's why he got pissed off at him. But yeah, Mike Lombardi fired as offensive coordinator. Final one is Drake May. We don't know how true this is, but apparently there's a shoulder injury, perhaps. He is saying that he's just a little bit tired. He said, I've been throwing the football nonstop since summer. I kind of need some rest, which I will be getting this week. So who knows, man? He kind of acknowledging it, but not really. I guess he at least said, but what by that saying maybe the shoulder is at least sore. Um, but we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna get any media in there this week, but he said he was getting some rest. So I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they probably had their first practice today. Um, so I don't know if maybe they're not gonna have him practice this week. I don't know, but it's something they're speculating that he might have some type of shoulder injury. But whatever it is, he's gonna play. He's gonna be fine. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a hit? Excuse me. I have a little bit of a flu, so I apologize. Um, I think that might be about it. Excuse me. Let me think if there's anything else for me to shoot the shit about here tonight on a Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Wrestling. Let me think. I know there's nothing with baseball. I know they're talking about the free agents. There's still a lot of pitchers available. I don't know if Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander are going to play this year. They don't have a team yet, and they're like in their 40s, so they might not play this year. But also I believe Zach Gallen, Felmer Valdez, there's still some good pitchers available, and we're weeks away from training camp, and I don't know if they're actually going to want to sign Felmer Valdez back or not, but he's available. But we'll see what happens. But that's the only thing I got for baseball, honestly. Wrestling, I think then Ticker said that he's not a big fan of the show Unreal, the behind the scenes reality show they do on Netflix. He said, I'm not a big fan of it. We got to stop telling our tricks. Brock Lesnar called in McAfee and told him he's entering the Royal Rumble, so there's that. I think the wrestlers flew to Saudi Arabia. They're already there. They had I believe both Triple H and Paul Heyman were on ESPN today promoting the show. I think they actually got a commercial going on ESPN promoting it, like a legit flat out commercial. You know what though? I know the UFC, they said they're gonna do this for Paramount because like a lot of these streaming apps, they have a channel. Like for example, Paramount, they have CBS. So if they want to show anything on CBS, they have CBS. Obviously ESPN app. Why don't they just put the Royal Rumble on an ESPN? Honestly, think about the monster rating they could get. There's gonna be nothing on a Saturday. I don't know. They should low key do that. They should just put it on Saturdays. But then they're like, what about the people that have to pay the 30? Yeah, that's the problem. People are gonna want to not pay. Yeah, they want to make you pay. So I know Paramount said they're gonna do that. They're gonna do some UFC stuff on CBS. And I know obviously Peacock and NBC, they're always putting stuff on NBC, and then they're also showing it on P. It's very rare that actually have exclusive stuff on Peacock. So I don't know, man, but maybe in the future they'll do a WWE big show like a WrestleMania or SummerSlam or a Royal Rumble on ESPN. How many? I don't know. I don't know what would be the views, man. I think the views came out a few weeks ago for the first show on Netflix, or for the first year on Netflix, and I think they said about 2 to 3 million views they were averaging per show on Monday Night Raw. I think it's something around there. So not too bad, I guess. But SmackDown, man, it's not doing good on the USA Network. I don't know how SmackDown is doing on Netflix, but I know on the USA Network it's not doing good. It barely gets 1 million. Some weeks it doesn't even hit 1 million. So yeah, man. But apparently the numbers that come out for Netflix, and they said that it was averaging about somewhere between about almost 3 million views a week from the Night Raw. So I guess that's good. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna call it a night. There's not much news going on, just a bunch of a little bit of basketball with the Giannis stuff, and then obviously talking about the game, and then some NFL news, and that's really about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start getting some news here as we get to the basketball trading deadline. We'll start getting more news, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, that is about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna call it a night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Hala 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 hala. Holla at your boy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back tomorrow. You already know, man. I forgot I was gonna say a song, but I forgot how to sing. Holla at your boy tomorrow. Holla 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 holla.